at the end of the day, it takes a tribe to get you to your goals, right? Like, I've always believed that. Even when I owned my gym, like, I love the fact that we always did group fitness because it was everybody after the same thing, right? This is no different. The only difference here is we could be from all over the world. Like, I've had clients doing this from Canada. Most people are from Lincoln, Nebraska, but we have people in Georgia, we have people in New York, West Coast, East Coast, whatever. So you guys need to come together and embrace each other and help each other, even if you don't ever meet each other in person. Like, just having that support system is so huge when you're going to do this, okay? Because if you feel like you're on an island, it's going to be tough for you to hit your goals. But when you see that person to the left, to the right of you, doing the same thing, struggling with the same stuff, that's when you guys are going to be successful, because you can take what they're struggling with or what they've conquered already, and you can use that for yourself, okay? I've done that my whole professional career. Like, people look at me sometimes and think like I'm extra smart or I'm extra whatever because of the businesses I've built. And it's literally, guys, all I did was like find other people that were doing it better than me and copied them, or like got ideas from them, right, and made them my own. That's what you should do in this program as well too. If somebody likes a certain recipe, take that recipe, make it your own. If somebody's doing something that you're like, man, I need to be doing that too, then do it, right? Because iron sharpens iron, right? Like, we're only as good as our weakest link, and if we're all on point, if we're all dialed in, then we're all going to be very, very high performers, okay? And that's what this program's all about, being a high performer. I want you guys up here, like, just on a whole different level than everybody else. That's why I call you the 1%ers, right? Because you're 1% of the population that's going to work out 4 or 5 times per day, track all your stuff, meditate, gratitude list, all those stuff on the spreadsheet, guys. That's a 1%er type mentality. Not everybody does that. Hardly anybody does that. If you guys can do that, you're a part of that 1%. You're elite, okay? That's why I call you the elites. So today's topic, looks like we got a lot of people on here. What's up, Angelo? Nicole, Angelo, Jade. All right, guys, give me some love here. Today's topic, stoicism, okay? So, like, I didn't even know what stoicism was like 2 or 3 years ago. Maybe you don't know what stoicism is. It's kind of, it doesn't get talked about a lot. But basically, to be a stoic, or for stoicism, it's basically like you don't wear your heart on your sleeve like most people, right? Like, things don't affect you like most people. Like, I think my dad was kind of like a stoic. Like, it was always hard to tell like what he was feeling. Not an emotional guy. Didn't let his emotions overcome him, okay? And I think that's very hard to find nowadays. It's okay to have emotions. Like, I believe that you should express your emotions still too. Like, you know, and that's where stoicism can go in the wrong way, where it's like you never express yourself, and then it's just not good to, like, you're basically just bottling up your feelings. But stoicism is good to try to replicate when it comes to things that are tough, right? So if you're a true stoic and you jump on that scale and it doesn't say the number that you want, you don't freak out, you don't get all mad, you don't whatever, get all up in your emotions about it. You're a stoic. You're plain, you're still going straight through life. Like, it doesn't affect you, okay? And it's also called emotional intelligence, okay? So emotional intelligence means that, like, if something upsets you or something makes you mad or sad or whatever, like, you don't feed into that emotion, okay? And it's very important to have emotional intelligence when you're going to do something like this, because you're going to have crappy days. The scale's going to tell you something wrong. The workout's going to suck. You're going to hurt yourself when you're working out. Like, all these things can go wrong. And the better that you are at controlling that and not letting affect your trajectory of where you're trying to go, the more positive outcome you're going to have, okay? And how do you do that? Because that is tough. Like, even myself, like, when I get on the scale and I don't see that number that I thought I would see or I wanted to see, like, it can throw me off for the whole day. Like, it can. I've been doing this for a long time. So if that happens to you guys, like, just know, like, that might never go away, right? But here's the difference between letting it throw me off and be like, screw it, I'm going to eat a bag of chips, or I'm just going to miss my workout today. I just follow that straight path, right? It's that straight line to success. So most people can't find success because they're doing this, right? They're up here. They're keto, high intensity workouts, fasting, like they're all over the place, when if they just went in that straight line to success, they just kept their eye on that target and did the same thing that they knew was going to work, they would get there a lot faster. So it's the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line, right? Like we all know that, right? But yet we're all over the place when it comes to our goals and what we're trying to accomplish. If you follow that straight line system, the one that we put out for you, you're going to hit your goal in a better amount of time, okay? And this is why people struggle with this for 5, 6, 7, 20 years. I get on the phone with people, 20 years they've been trying to lose weight. 20 years. And why? Because they do it for like 6 weeks, and then they go off for like 9 months, and then they try another 6 weeks, and then they go off for a year. Like, that's how that adds up, guys. But if you can be dialed in, laser like focused for a whole year, like a whole year, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It's a whole year, okay? That's why I say everybody should be in this program for at least 6 months, because I truly believe you need to be with your coach for 6 months to truly have that mind shift change, and to make your habits so ingrained in you that there's no way they can ever be broken. And 6 months, I don't even feel like enough. I feel like a whole year needs to be done, right? And that's not me just trying to go, I just want you in my pro. Of course, I want you guys here forever. But you truly need at least a year with your coach for you to have just the unstoppable, unbreakable, never going back to the old me type of mind frame, okay? And that's how this is a successful life, as opposed to successful 6 months, 16 weeks, whatever. But anyways, kind of going back to that stoicism and that emotional intelligence, don't let things phase you. And I know that's easier said than done, but the more you can practice the art, it's almost like the art of like, what's the word I'm looking for? It's like you don't care. You look at something, like I step on the scale and I see it's not the weight that I wanted, and I go, right? And I carry on with my day, because I'm not going to let something like that affect me. It's like controlling what you can control versus what you can't control. I can't control what that scale told me today, but I can control my mindset. I can control if I'm going to hit my numbers on my food. I can control if I'm going to go do my workout, right? So much of, and I think in this last year, like we saw, like with COVID, you can't control, like you're out of control of a lot of things. But like the people that really came out of COVID the best are the ones that went inside and started working on themselves and didn't care about what the outside world was saying about politics, COVID, all this stuff, and just worked on themselves even more. And now everything's lifting up. And these people that did that, they're coming out of this thing like unrecognizable. People are like, you don't even seem like the same person. Like, what happened to you? I've had that said to me. And it's just because I chose to finally get out of my own way, become a high performer, and never look back, okay? Because once you get on that level, like there's no reason for you to go back. You don't even look at life the same. You like start respecting your time, yourself, your body, everything is just so much more respected by you. And that's the most important thing, because once you respect your time and your energy and your body, like everybody else is going to have to respect that, right? And that's the problem, is that we don't respect ourselves good enough to where we'll tell somebody no to that food, where, hey, if somebody's negative energy, we're keeping them away from us. Like we don't respect ourselves enough. So of course, then all that stuff's coming in and other people around us don't respect that, okay? Like I get on the phone all the time with people. So like my time is so important, guys. Like, and I truly believe like I'm here to help people and save the world and do these things, guys. And I get people like dip out on a phone call like 10 minutes before the phone call, and I let them know, I'm like, hey, look, my time is important. If your time is important, that's cool, but don't waste my time, because somebody else could have had this call instead of you, okay? Because I know that's how valuable I am, and you guys need to know that's how valuable you are too. Like, don't let somebody else or something else get in the way of what you're truly going for, because once you become the best version of yourself, you're going to be able to help so many people out, right? And I talked to several people this weekend in this group, and one thing that they all almost said was like, I want to help people. I want to help more people, right? Like, how do you start that? You got to start with yourself, because, man, we got some very, very good people in this group, that are going to be able to help a lot of people because they're so in tune with themselves and what they need. Because I always say, you're not going to fill somebody else's cup when your cup's empty. So that's why it's all about mastering yourself. All the high performers, all the successful people in the world, they master themselves first, and then they're able to help so many more people. Okay, so if you like helping people, which I honestly believe that's what we're put on this earth to do, is for us to help each other, you need to be dialed in and you need to take care of yourself first. And then that world of opportunity to help other people, it just opens up. The floodgates open. So, whew. It's a lot, right? All right. Happy Monday, guys. Let's freaking crush this week, guys. Weather's getting nicer. No excuse to be hitting 10,000 freaking steps every day. Not to be hitting 10,000 steps every day. No excuse not to be working out. Enjoy it, guys. So let me know if you need any help. Stay positive. Stay on top of each other. Expect more from each other in this group, guys. And keep posting your wins. Oh, hashtag, Sarah reminded me, hashtag live if you're watching this live. Hashtag replay if you're watching the replay. So, yeah, Angelo says, have a great week. Elites, let's go.